The Movie Bar Podcast.
Now it's time for the feature presentation. Enjoy the show.
Hello and welcome back to the feature presentation podcast presented by the Movie Bar, the movie podcast exploring the timeless classics that have stood the test of time and those that haven't. Let's start the show. I am John, and I am joined by my best friend and co-host.
I'm Justin. This week we're discussing Children of the Corn. Woo! Celebrating its 40th anniversary this year. And boy howdy, do we have a special guest.
Yes,
all
we
of
are.
you.
We are not alone this
Now,
week.
you all know that me and John have been in a movie, but did you know that my brother was in a movie too?
Yes. So let's welcome Justin's brother and star of Children of the Corn, Billy. Welcome to the show, Billy.
Malachi!
I was 5 years old when that movie came out, I'll have you know.
The time travel thing.
Yeah. But John, I do want to congratulate you on your new role. So you're coming up in a feature film playing Baby Kong in Godzilla X Kong, The New Empire. Good job.
I'm not that hairy.
Yeah.
But thank you.
It's also a shot at Mongo. Be careful.
Yeah. How are you guys doing this week?
Doing good.
Well, we're welcome to have you with us, Billy. You might remember Billy from our Garbage Pail Kids, the movie commentary back in August, and the trivia show.
If you have watched Children of the Corn, you'll remember Billy.
Yeah. Justin, if you could get me a picture of Billy that when he looked like Malachi, I'll put it on the Twitter.
Oh, good freaking luck.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no. I do have Kirsten's picture album still, if she never took them back.
Well, go through and see what you find.
Lots of pictures. And Scotty has sent me a few envelopes of old family pictures from James.
Oh, don't worry. I got a bunch too. I got a bunch too of you. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, I know.
Well, whoever sends them first gets posted. So I love the sibling rivalry. Yeah. If only my brother would show up once in a while. But anyways, all right. Let's start off with a little bit of housekeeping. Iconic Gremlins and Star Wars voice actor Mark Dodson passed away this week at the age of 64. I guess he played the Mogwais.
Yeah, he played that, and he played Salacious Crumb in Return of the Jedi.
Okay.
Looking longingly at Jabba's tail there.
Look at Billy did his research. Did more than we did.
No, I knew that.
You forgot who you're talking to.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I knew that. I've been seeing that.
I just happened to scroll across and see that he passed away, but
yeah.
Yes,
and speaking of which, Mike Virgil Jones passed away at the age of 72.
Off eating that marinara in the sky.
Yeah.
But talk about a sad ending to a sad story, but
yeah.
Also, Butcher Vachon passed away.
Really? When was this?
Today? Just the other day. Yesterday, maybe.
Oh, really?
2 days ago, maybe.
Yeah.
No, they didn't show anything on Raw.
Well, I don't know. But we also had Richard Lewis.
Yes.
Recently in Curb Your Enthusiasm, but I mean, come on. The role I know him most for is Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Yes.
I mean, Prince John. I mean, doesn't get any more iconic than that.
Yeah. Well, condolences.
Notice how I didn't react. I no-sold that, John.
Yeah, I know.
Holding back the tears?
No, I said Prince John. He said yes. But I just ignored him. I said Baby Kong. And then you said yes. Yeah. Okay.
Malachi? Nothing? No. Well, condolences to their friends, family, and fans. Yeah. 2024 kicking it off strong this year, I guess. But
well, that's rude and mean of you to say.
I'm not saying it's a good thing, but
No.
Well, all right, Justin, you got some news. What's up?
Yeah, so we got The Naked Gun, a remake with Liam Neeson, has been scheduled for July 15th, 2025 from Paramount. We'll see. Skeptical, but I do like me some Liam Neeson movies. And I think he has the right delivery style to pull it off. So
Yeah, he's right at that point in his career too, kind of like when Leslie Nielsen kind of went from being, like a very serious actor to the more comedic roles.
Yeah, but now he has to carry a fart machine around in his pocket.
Yes.
Every interview he does.
That would be awesome.
That would be great.
If he does that, that would be amazing.
Yes.
But all right. Looking forward to that. Hopefully it lives up to expectations. New trailers this week.
Yes, really? Yes. Kicking it off with Snow White and the Seven Samurai, which is out March 1st. It looks promising for like low budgety kind of action movie.
It's an asylum movie, so expectations aren't very high.
No, but still, I'm interested. It's piqued my interest probably almost more than like half the other trailers we watched this week.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's understandable.
Yeah. It's nice to see Rampage Jackson still out there in the world. Haven't heard much from him in the last few years.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Justin?
Oh, the next one we have to talk about, a big old remake. Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. Looks like
why?
Scheduled for April 12th. Hey, the original was a good movie.
Yeah, it was.
It's a good.
The original's a classic.
Hit.
This, I'm getting a bad vibe from this one, though.
It might be a different take, but my expectations aren't very high.
No.
Well, they never are in a remake, really. I mean, even for the Naked Gun, it's still kind of.
Yeah.
I have hopes for the Naked Gun, though. I have no hopes for this.
Mm-hmm.
Certain movies just let it go.
Oh, what, like the next one?
The Strangers.
Which brings us to The Strangers, Chapter 1, which comes out May 17th.
Yeah.
Me and Billy were talking before, waiting for Justin, and it's basically a remake of the original.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of the original. I just watched it this week. I was telling John, and no.
I like the first one. The second one's better, but
maybe I'll give it a try.
I don't know. Is it a remake or is it just
they're saying it's a reboot. It's going to be a series like the exact same 3.
Plot as the first one.
Well, they did say the same line, so
yeah,
same mask.
I wonder if they're going to go the same route as Cabin Fever did and just use the same exact script, just new actors. With the Cabin
no, because there's some differences to it, just in the actual backstory. Because in the original, Luke Tyler and them, they were coming back from a wedding. These people are, on a vacation. It looks like so. There's some differences. It's just not where it matters.
Yeah. Well, I'll still see it. And then lastly, I happened to scroll through Reddit and somebody was talking about this movie. They're like, I can't wait for this. So I said, oh, let me check it out. It was Late Night with the Devil, which is coming to Shudder March 22nd. It's kind of along the lines of a WNUF Halloween special where it's like a fictitious thing that happened years ago. So looks a little crazy and creepy.
It looks awesome.
Okay.
I liked it. I like that preview. I'm looking forward to that.
I bet you if John watches it, he's going to hate it because it's going to be too much of a thinker movie.
Maybe.
Well, I'll let you know just March 23rd after I watch it.
Yeah.
All right. Trivia time. I remembered this week. Last week's question, but I can't remember what answer Justin gave. Billy, you can throw a guess. One. Mel Gibson only has 16. True or false? Mel Gibson only has 16 lines in the movie Mad Max 2: The Road Warrior. True or false? Billy?
Part 2?
Yeah.
Probably true. I mean, he never really talked that much in the first two that I remember.
And Justin, you said true.
He said the exact same thing I did.
Yeah.
Although I started off with, it's probably true, but it could be false because
it might be like
more
17 or
less.
18.
Yeah, that's
or
what I
probably
was
like
thinking.
15.
That's what I said.
But it's pretty close to 16. I'm gonna say
Well,
ballpark. Yeah.
We are.
You guys are correct. It is true. Only 16 lines of this week's question. In the 1986 film Stand By Me, what candy is missing from the following quote? If I could only have one food for the rest of my life, that's easy. Blank, cherry flavored blank. No question about it.
Pez.
Justin?
Sure. Yeah.
All right. Well, tune in next week to find out the answer to this question.
It's
Been a
Pez.
while since it's been a while since I've watched that movie.
All right. Billy, since you're our guest, tell us what you watched this week.
Yes. Okay. So, last movie I watched was Dune 2 in the theaters. Fantastic. Loved it. It's a lot faster than it goes by a lot faster than the first one did. I really enjoyed it.
Pretty bad. I hated the first one.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't like it.
I liked it. I enjoyed it. This one is a lot more action, especially like the last 20 minutes, half hour. Really good. I also watched Leviathan, the Peter Weller sci-fi vehicle, late 80s.
Mm-hmm.
That one was fun. Watched that. Watched The Strangers, which I said, meh. I'm sorry. They deserve to die.
Yeah, watch the second one. You'll like the second one better.
I watched Willard, the original, with the guy, teaching the rats and everything. That was fun. It was an interesting movie. I also watched Shockwaves, about some Nazi zombies. It was, starred the guy who played Grand Moff Tarkin was in it. From Star Wars. Blood Theater was another low-budget Tubi movie I watched. Was all right. Hardcore Henry. I watched Hardcore Henry. That one was fun.
That's the first-person one, right?
Yes.
You watch it.
Yeah, that was. I never watched that one before. That was on my list of movies I've wanted to watch for a while, and I enjoyed it. Had the guy who played Howlin' Mad Murdoch in the 18 movie. I like him. Jason and the Argonauts, old school. I watched that for Quinn. That was one of Mike Quinn's favorite movies, and I never really watched it, so I watched that one for him. Of course, I watched Children of the Corn for today. But the last movie I watched, I wanted to make sure I mentioned. I don't know. Have you guys watched Let the Wrong One In? Not Let the Right One In, the Swedish movie or the American remake. This is Let the Wrong One In.
I've heard of it. I've never seen it, though.
It's similar. It's Irish. It's an Irish vampire comedy.
Oh, Jesus.
It was hilarious.
Possibly.
I loved it. It's on Tubi right now. Go and watch it.
I just had flashbacks to the Banshees of Inisherin or whatever, the Banshees of Inisherin, whatever the fuck it was, Kyle made it for.
No. This was very low budget.
Yeah, so wasn't that movie, it looked like.
Yeah, no, this one, I'm telling you, watch it. You'll enjoy it. It was funny.
All right. Justin, what you watched this week?
Oh, let's see. So I did watch the Ace Ventura movies.
Again?
They're on in the background, yeah.
You watch that like every other week.
Yeah. They're on every other week, and quite frankly, it's really good to have on in the background while you're doing other things. It's funny.
Okay.
I also watched Step Brothers again.
I watched that 2 weeks ago.
I watched that 2 weeks ago, too, with AJ. AJ had never watched it, so I had him watch that one. He loved it.
So, a funny story. We were down the Legion last week for Dad's birthday, and fucking somebody said something. They were just like, the fucking Catalina wine mixer. And they were all like, fucking Catalina wine mixer. And then the bartender started playing Boats and Hoes. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah, thank you. You know I'm forgetting movies that I've watched as you fucking talk.
If only there was an app you could use to put on it.
There might be, but I'll be damned if I care to use it. I watched The Last Voyage of the Demeter.
How was that? I wanted to see that.
That was a good movie.
Oh,
It's a good.
I missed that in the theaters.
There's something on the boat movie.
Mm.
I didn't see the entirety of it, but most of it from when I got in there. I just watched Freelance, the John Cena,
I saw that
Alice
in the theaters.
Brie on Hulu.
That was okay.
That was pretty good. Yeah,
That was
it was
funny.
getting a lot of flack, but I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah, it's one of those stupid movies you turn your brain off and watch.
Yeah, that's kind of what it was. And then I watched. Well, I obviously watched Children of the Corn, and then when I finished watching Children of the Corn, the TV was still on the channel that I watched something on, and there was this movie, As Good as Dead on, starring Michael J. White, the guy who did Spawn. And this is, I didn't see the whole thing. I came into it with like, I don't know, an hour or so left, so I maybe missed the first half hour. But it's one of those, former cop or soldier, whatever, is on the lam and he's on the run and he comes across some troubled kid and he helps him out. But the premise of this is he like teaches him his special stance and style of fighting. And oh my God, is it dumb? Like, so like
What
when you're
was
fighting,
it called again?
Great. I said it once. You're gonna have to go back and say it because I honestly, it's hard to remember. It's As Good as Dead.
As Good as Dead. That sounds about right.
And it's terrible. So like when you fight, like you want your hands up in front of your face, but this guy is fighting like this, but like from the side. So he's like looking out one eye through this little hole over here. And it's just stupid. And it's like you're gonna get fucking killed doing that, you dummy, dumb. But yeah, that was pretty bad. I had to mention it because the fighting style was just God.
Well,
but yeah, so yeah, I watched a few movies. I'm sure there were more, but they didn't leave a lasting impression on my brain.
Even if you jotted a little fucking note down on your phone and your notepad and your phone.
Nobody needs to know everything I watch.
Well, I had an adventurous week, so.
I mean, nobody here is asking for your Google history. We don't need to know every movie you've watched.
Google history, huh? You want to see Google history? Let's see what we got here.
No.
Let's see the fucking Google history.
How do you remove X from anus? How do you remove...
World Cup 2026 ticket price USA.
Why the fuck would you be looking that up?
I can't even say the next one because I'm going to offend somebody.
And that's why I said we don't want to see your Google.
Remind me at the end of the show. I'll tell you what it was. It's not too bad, but
I don't want to know. I don't want to be complicit in any of it.
Yeah. Let's not forget your little fucking theory on the end of the world last week, 2 weeks ago. Well,
I thought that was a pretty good one. That was a good, funny one.
Well, this was something I had never seen before, and it was brought up at work, so I wanted to see it.
I had to Google it.
I watched The Flintstones. We were at my father's house, and he was watching SWAT, the TV show, and Shark Tank, and my mother was like, "Would you just put on something for the kids to watch, please?" And he picked The Flintstones.
Here's one we can watch.
Yeah.
It reminds me of my high school days.
Good thing he's annoyed by the sound of my voice. And Children of the Corn.
What's he gonna do? I am 3,000 miles away.
He'll find you. Watch out. He's getting an RV at the end of the month and going to Florida, so.
Oh.
With a buddy of his. I said, please record that.
Slight detour to Washington State.
Yeah. We got to go kick some ass.
He's going to be a Florida man.
Yeah. But no, I actually got roped into watching The Ultimate Fighter again. So I'm on season 4 already.
Florida man goes to Jacksonville nursing home and tells the story repeatedly to poor old patients. This is for your brother. We didn't know why he was here. He said something about Leonard Skinner in Jacksonville. I don't know.
But okay, let's be nice, kids.
Oh, God.
Well, now it's time for the feature presentation. This week we
Every child is afraid of the dark, the unknown, the nightmare. In Gatlin, Nebraska, that nightmare is in the corn. Stephen King's Children of the Corn.
Praise God! Praise the Lord!
From Stephen King, the author of Carrie, The Shining, The Dead Zone, and Christine, an adult nightmare. Children of the Corn.
I'm here, Lord! I'm ready!
Stephen King's Children of the Corn, an adult nightmare. Coming soon from New World Pictures.
are discussing Children of the Corn, which was directed by Fritz Kirsch, had a box office of $4.6 million, was released on March 9th, 1984, story by Stephen King, and had 11 movies in total in the entire series, but this movie had a budget of $3 million.
Yes. It was rated R with a runtime of 1 hour and 32 minutes. It's currently streaming on Prime, Hoopla, Shudder, Tubi, and Roku, as well as for purchases on all streaming sites. It's just about everywhere.
Woo. Cast of characters, we got Peter Horton, Bert Stanton, Linda Hamilton as Vicky Baxter, Archie Armstrong as Deal, the old man, John Franklin as Isaac Kroner, Courtney Gaines as Malachi Boardman, Bill Mingles as Malachi Boardman, stunt double, Robbie Geiger as Job, Henry McAvoy as Sarah, Julie Madalena as Rachel Colby, Jonas Marlowe as Joseph, and John Philbin as Richard Amos Deacon.
Okay.
What does Linda Hamilton smell like?
Puke. I will say she looked good in the movie. But
couldn't sing.
Yeah. So me and Billy were kind of talking at the beginning, and we both agreed on something. So we're gonna jump right to this point. Isaac.
Punchable face.
Yes.
Very punchable face.
Yes. Cocky little prick.
I believe that's the point.
He looks simultaneously 87 years old and 12 years old at the same time.
Look
and he
at
speaks
the
like 87 years old.
I mean, just look at the leader of any of these mega churches.
Yes.
The most punchable goddamn faces in the world.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
It's because they know how to spin a story to serve their own goddamn purpose, and that's all that they do.
Yes.
Same with little old Isaac. Serve the old purposes.
Yeah, just watching this movie, I was like, man, if I could just punch that kid in the face once. That's all I want to do is if I see a kid that looks like him, I'm punching him in the face. I don't care. But so let's talk about the coffee shop scene in the beginning.
Yeah.
I guess if there's one way to get rid of adults, poison the coffee. Slice their throats.
Throw a hand in a meat slicer.
Yeah. And
So
I remember.
Go ahead, Billy.
No, I was just gonna say, I remember everyone used to say back in the day that this was like the scariest, most violent movie, and how bad it was. And it really isn't, or at least I didn't think so. I mean, there's not really a lot of gore and violence. A lot of it's obstructed and mostly blood. It's like you just see the blood splatter on like a wall or something. Or like on the kid's briefcase in the cornfield. There's not a lot of it.
So let me ask you guys this. I'm sure we've all watched it when we were younger, and we've watched it now. That scene with the hand slice, or the meat slicer. Yeah,
that's the only thing that gets kind of cringy.
I was like, please don't show that because I probably will throw up. Please do not show the fingers going.
Well, they did it in The Wrestler.
Yeah, they did it in The Wrestler, but that was like a quick. This was like slow and like building up to it and then putting it close. Like I couldn't.
Yeah, the movie was too old for something like that.
Yeah. But so the poor kid, I believe that was Joseph.
It was Job.
Job. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Job.
Hi.
You gotta think like those Midwesterners, like the holy rollers there. It's a biblical name, Job.
So Job watches his father die by Malachi and all these other kids. And obviously that would fuck somebody up. But but his sister is like, somebody's got to move their microphone. I'm getting a lot of static back here. I'm still getting whatever. So
maybe it's my heater again.
Yeah, probably.
My heater kicked down.
Okay, it's gone.
It is. Oh, then I don't know what it was.
So Job's sister,
the psychic.
Yeah, she predicts that this is going to happen, and by her drawings.
Yep.
So, do you think that foretells what's going to happen? Because you really don't see the drawings until after it's happened.
Yeah, well, she's drawing the massacre at the coffee shop while it's happening.
Yeah, so, but you've already seen it happening.
Possibly no, because there's no cell phone back then.
That's the fun part about this. Nowadays, this should be spread. That should be stopped quick. Back then,
be on Facebook
in the middle of nowhere, you either had to escape or get to a police radio or a just straight up radio station to get it out there, or phone, because that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there was the payphone that the father was on talking to the mother, and but so then we meet Bert and Vicky. Bert has just graduated from medical school, going to be a ER doctor. Go ahead,
Joe. No, go ahead.
No, go. No.
No, well, I was going to say, while watching this movie, I was wondering, you don't really hear people name their kids Bert anymore. And I was trying to figure out why, and I figured it out. It was because of this movie. And I'll discuss later on why I think that.
Discuss it now.
Discuss it now?
Yeah.
You brought it up.
Yeah. Okay. Well, think back in 1984, right?
Yeah.
Who's like one of like the hottest celebrities back then?
Burt Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds, right? He'd been with Sally Fields, Farrah Fawcett, Lonnie Anderson. No one named their kids Burt. A lot of times, like these hot stars, they get people naming their kids after them. Never. It's because of this movie. And it's because Bert's a loser in this movie. He's just horrible.
Bert's got a smoking hot girlfriend. He kills a kid. I mean, come on, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, please. And he was like running from the kids. like in the middle of the street, running from the. He's like twice the size of the biggest kid, the one that they're all scared of. Punch the kid in the head. The movie's over 5 minutes in.
But that's the problem is you have not just one kid, you have about 20 fucking kids. And you see this,
you see
the
the
shit
biggest one, they're all gonna fall in line. Come on, you know it. You saw it happen at the end of the movie.
I just think it's funny that all of us right now, like current time, look younger than all of the kids in this movie.
Well, we are. Like I said, I was 5 when this movie came out.
No. I mean us now.
Now.
Like how we look now. We look younger than they did then in this goddamn movie. I mean, these kids look like they're all 40. Isaac?
Yeah, like I said, 87.
God! Malachi looked like Billy like 10 years ago with long hair.
Mhm. I have better teeth.
It's movie magic, Billy. They fixed you.
I don't care.
They fucked your teeth up for the movie, so
Never needed braces, baby.
yeah, whatever. So is
Yeah,
Bert
but
and
you got
Vicky?
glasses, asshole.
Yeah.
Okay, let's not have a pissing contest between you two. Okay, I'm not
It's
refereeing
final.
this.
Oh.
So as Vicky and Bert are driving the back roads through Nebraska, which is all cornfields,
Really?
they turn on the radio. They hear the preacher, spilling his shit. It's all fucking bullshit, anyways. And then all of a sudden, a kid runs out in the middle of the road and hits him.
I got one other thing to say about that kid that gets hit, right?
Yeah.
When he's going to escape, and you don't want anyone to notice you, right?
Yeah.
You don't just
Don't
yell,
let someone
nobody's looking, because that won't alert anybody. What?
Go!
I mean,
Go! No
Yeah,
one
exactly. She
notices!
was like, screaming
So-
that.
We all have kids.
Yeah.
Yours is the oldest, then,
Yes.
Justin's and mine. If we tell them, okay, keep a lookout, let me know if anybody's coming. The first thing they're going to yell is, it's okay, go ahead. It's a kid's mentality. They don't
I know. It's just,
they don't realize the danger in that their lives are in or whatever. And so,
You don't think they did after seeing all their parents get murdered?
well, I mean, that obviously that's why they're trying to escape. They just don't like
Yeah.
it there. They don't understand. Like, it's not processing in their minds as, okay, they just killed our parents. And, Job says right off the bat that, he doesn't like Malachi and Isaac and all these other kids that are meeting up with Isaac. And so, like, I think if any of the kids were in that situation, they'd probably say the same thing.
Okay, fair point.
Okay.
All right.
But my biggest complaint is this kid's running through a fucking cornfield.
Mm-hmm.
He can't see over the corn. How's he
Nope.
know he's going the right way? He's just going straight.
Straight. That's all you have to do.
Yeah.
Eventually you'll hit something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, eventually he does hit a car. So
Yes. Well, I have to get in his throat slashed. And
Yes.
one quick, did you guys notice the copy of Night Shift on the dashboard of the car right before he gets hit?
no, I didn't.
That's the book that this story comes from. It's one of the
Okay.
short stories in there.
Okay. Have you guys read the story since you
Mhm.
brought it up?
Long time ago, probably back
A
in high
while
school.
ago.
Does this match up with it?
How the hell do I remember?
Okay.
I
So-
don't remember what I had for lunch yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So after the Joe the kid gets hit,
Mhm.
they're trying to figure out what's going on, and Vicky starts having a nightmare, like a living nightmare, where Malachi is walking around the car. How she dreams about a person she's never seen before is beyond me, but so they decide they're going to try to
That's like what all religions are based on. And you're just like, I don't fucking know. And it's so funny how quickly you can shake that up and get millions of people for thousands of years.
Yeah. So he's driving around trying to find a phone, and he comes across the gas station with the old man and Sarge the dog. And
poor Sarge.
The old man's trying to get the fuck out of Dodge with the dog, and he is the last remaining adult because they need him for his fuel and I forget what else I said they needed it for. But well, kind of short
mainly
lived.
the fuel.
Yeah. Poor Sarge meets his demise. He was a nosy little dog anyways.
He was fine. He was a good boy.
But, you know, old man
John
is very
just doesn't
adamant.
like dogs.
I don't. I really don't.
And now we're canceled.
Yes.
I can say all I want about religion, but John says he doesn't like dogs, and we're going to get canceled.
That's it.
Peter's going to be outside the house boycotting next week's episode.
Fuck him. But
Now they're coming to Washington too, so.
fuck him. Come on. I'll sit here and eat a hot dog in front of him.
So, you know, we've driven cross country, Justin. Did we ever encounter anything like the road signs in this fucking movie? I honestly don't remember if there was signs. I know there was a few times we pulled off where it would be like, okay, go left, go right, go left, go right. But,
yeah, well, even nowadays you have GPS, so you really don't need to worry too much about road signs, do you?
Not really,
true.
but
Back in the day, I mean, you had to have the map and have it all coordinated out so you know where the hell to get off and where you're going. It's different.
And that's what
times.
happens when you try to
kids
take a
wouldn't
shortcut.
understand these days.
I know. They have everything all in the palm of their hands. But hey, I got to send a Snapchat. Fuck. But one thing I did learn, wouldn't it be fun to drive through a corn maze?
Yes.
well,
Didn't they do that in The Simpsons?
for you, not the people in the maze.
No, you get a big enough field, you make a drive-through corn maze, you send one car every 25 minutes.
No, there'd be there'd be lots of death and destruction. That
I
should
just
be
made
up
my
and
own.
fire real quick.
So let's talk about Isaac while he's preaching in the cornfields. You know, he has
Don't wanna punch
spoken,
him.
the man that walks the back roads, or whatever the hell he called them.
He who walks behind the roads.
Yeah, that's it.
He walks the back roads. Oh, the strawberry.
What's that got to do with corn? The back roads.
So, you know, he's kind of preaching his little shit, and Malachi's about had enough. You know, every time the muscle tries to fucking step up, you know, overrun the mob boss. Nothing? No. So let's talk about Malachi's rise to power.
He didn't punch Isaac in the face enough.
No, but he sure tied him to a fucking cross real quick.
That was one of my favorite parts too, when he just shoots up into the air. I got a good laugh out of that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there was a lot of the laughable
Yes, this,
effects throughout
like
this.
Beavis and Butthead said, those effects weren't really special.
No,
So
for the time, but
Yeah, I don't know. This was after Star Wars.
I mean, you're 1984. I wanted to watch the reboot, but I didn't. I got sidetracked. Maybe I'll watch it this weekend. Could follow up next week, but so Malachi's taking over. He's kind of like, you know, I do all the work. Let's talk about the digital or the visual effects in this movie. When that
big pink cloud was so awesome.
Yeah.
I'm talking about
when Isaac turns all like yellow and
blue
black
and
and
like you
Like
could
shoot
see
up
it was like somebody colored it in as in editing because it wasn't staying in the lines. Like its foot's moving.
It's what you had to do.
But this was the 80s, so it's expected.
We can do more with what's in our pocket now than they could with millions of dollars back then.
So Bert and Vicky are on their adventure, still trying to find a phone with a dead kid in their trunk.
What's wrong with that?
we're jumping back and forth, aren't we?
Yeah, we kind of just go with the flow of the conversation.
All right.
But so
don't try and
don't try to keep this in any type of.
He's gonna go straight for about half the movie, and then all of a sudden we're be
back at the beginning.
3 different fucking spots, and they're all gonna converge on one goddamn conversation, and it's not gonna have anything to do with what brought us from that original spot.
Because it's all when it comes into my mind. No, so Bert and Vicky, they encountered Job and Sarah in the house. Sarah's in the house playing.
Shit.
And Bert goes looking for information. Well, Vicky is now in the cornfield she's been kidnapped, adult napped by these kids, and
Bert by the blue man.
By the blue man, which was the cop, I believe.
Yep. Yes.
That tried to fight the dragon. As
he
Sarah
who walks behind the rose.
Yeah. Fucking good luck remembering that.
HWWBTR.
You're talking to a guy who can't remember that it's Job, not Job.
He's got a point there. But he comes across the kids in the church where one kid is doing a blood ritual to his rite of passage.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Did you guys do that?
No.
He was the one in the movie. I didn't have any part in this.
But
I was probably born during filming.
You were.
See?
You were. This movie came out like less than a year after you were born.
What? Oh,
yeah. He was born 93, September. Come on.
83, but okay.
83, 93, whatever.
93.
I'm not back.
But
holy shit.
So Bert does fight off the kids.
Matter.
He does start to fight off the kids once he's seen what little maniacal little bastards they are.
Then he runs.
He just got stabbed by one. You gonna hang around and fight the kids?
Yes. Because now you got a weapon.
You're forgetting he's 6'6".
That's right.
He's got a wingspan.
I do.
I'm 6'2", but I ain't fucking sticking around once I've been stabbed. Knife or not.
You're not one. I'm telling you, you knock the biggest one on their ass, they'll all fall in line. It ain't that hard.
That's why you fell in line.
Yeah.
But so now they're all in the field, and he who walks
behind the roads.
Roads.
Roads. ROWS.
He's not here to finish his story, man. He's not going to finish his story.
So,
are we talking about the dog?
The dog.
He's the one that walks behind roads.
I thought it was Seth that walked behind roads. So now Isaac has taken the form of the devil with he who walks behind the rose.
Yay.
I got it. Yay.
Good job. You get a gold star.
And he brings Malachi down to his knees. What was that like, Billy? Was that a tough scene to film?
Oh, it was exhausting.
I know you were the stunt
Horrible.
double, but you're used to being
Yes.
on your knees, so. And all the other kids are like, "Fuck this, I'm out." That's it. That's all it took. So they all run into a shed, and I like how Bert's directing traffic. Like, all right, you go over there, fix that, shut that door. You go gather me hoses. But Job has the Bible verse that the man in blue
Conveniently.
Yeah.
Very convenient, isn't
He
that?
took his wallet. I mean, come on. Like, and so they're trying to figure out what it means, and Vicky figures out like fire, like a fire.
Mhm.
So of course Bert's like, all right, well, we need this, we need that, and goes out running
Yes.
with a fire hose, and Job follows him, saves him.
And
What
this
is
is
it?
another reason why people don't name their kids Bert anymore. That lame ass throw of the friggin' Molotov cocktail. The first one, the kid had to
He
go
just
back
got
and get
attacked
it.
by stalks of corn.
I know that's another reason why he got his ass beat by corn. I ain't naming my kid Bert after I see some guy named Bert get his ass beat by corn. I'm sorry, no.
Well,
Totally ruined the name.
eventually Bert does save the day. Throws the Molotov cocktail
A second time. Because the kid
Second
had to
time.
go and get it because that limp-wristed throw he had the first time.
It only would have been better if it had broken. He had to run back to the barn and get another one. And like the scene when he's like, "Give me a piece of cloth," and Vicky tears his. Let me see this rag. That's not a rag.
Rag? I know. I felt so bad for Joe. Like the one earthly possession he has is his clothes on his back.
But he does throw it into the middle of the cornfield, which engulfs a raging inferno. Clearly, that was practical, not digital, because it would have looked like fucking something out of a cartoon.
What, like the big red cloud?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what were you guys' thoughts on the ending, like that ending with the fire, and that just magically kills everything that this little Isaac bastard had built over the last couple of years?
Yeah, I'm okay with it. I think it wrapped everything up very nicely.
A nice, neat little bow.
Nice, neat little bow. No need for any sequels.
So,
that was it. That was it. It was good. That's all
So-
it needed.
That's it. You don't need 11.
That's all you needed.
So they go back to the car and they're like, "Oh, what do you think of them? You staying with us for a day, or maybe a week, or maybe forever?" Like, now it's a happy little family.
Kids got to spend. Got to go somewhere.
Yeah. All the other kids,
Years
fuck
and
them.
years of therapy. Come.
Fuck the other kids that were in the shed helping out too, but
I'll take the boy. The little girl with the drawing ability, she needs to go somewhere where she can be watched.
Some government facility buried
Top
beneath the ground.
men.
Top men, yes.
So as Bert gets in the car, another child has appeared from the back,
It
tries
was
to
the
kill
same
him.
one from the ritual.
Uh-huh.
Who was?
And he fucking cold clocks her, and they slam the door in her face, and that's the end of her. And roll credits.
And
So have you guys seen the remake or the reboot of Children of the Corn?
I have not. It is on Shudder though, so I might watch it.
The remake, the reboot
Which one?
is.
We watched the 2009.
Yeah, that's the remake.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, I haven't watched that one.
I don't know about the 2020.
No, I haven't watched the 2020. 2020 was a tough year for sequels or reboots. Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
COVID.
Yeah.
That's
But-
the only reason that was.
How about the length? We had a hour 32 minutes. I think it was pretty good.
Yeah, no, it was that sweet spot. An hour and a half. That's
Yeah.
what you want. close that movie. That's fine. Yeah.
What was your favorite scene in the movie, Billy?
Isaac getting shot into the sky from the cross. I just died laughing at that. That was just excellent.
Justin?
That's pure cinema.
The nostalgia in me just takes me back to my childhood. So I would say that the diner scene at the beginning where the kid's killing all the adults.
Yeah, I'd have to say that was mine too. Because it's been a long time since I've seen this movie, and I was like, how do they get rid of all the adults? And then I see like the old man with the coffee, and he's like, then the old lady, they all start showing. I was like, okay, well, that was a good way to get rid of the kids or get rid of the adults.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite kill? Anything?
There really weren't that many.
Yeah, they weren't great.
Really?
I mean,
Yeah.
Like I said, they were mostly obstructed or off scene.
So how about the gore?
Off camera.
Was the gore?
It wasn't very gory.
I mean,
like I said, it's just
for us,
blood.
it was nothing. But I think for that time,
Yeah, maybe.
the sparks and the
Although
they
no,
had a
because
few
I mean, just
scenes where
it's
they
like 2
showed
years
the guy.
before.
So
Yeah.
It's like
they had a few like that. So
back that. I mean, you still had like at that time coming out Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street and all those other ones.
which even those, like the
But still
originals,
more.
were not that gory.
No.
No.
You know, they weren't that bad. It
Well,
wasn't
also,
until the
Predator-
late '80s and the
Well,
multiple
it's even
sequels
like that. It's like
in that
3 years later, you got Predator with Jesse Ventura's guts getting.
that's when you start getting into that. But at that time, I mean, this was a lot for that time.
Yeah. That's why I kind of wanted to watch the remake to see if it was a little more kills. Why it's been a while. It's been a while since I've seen that, and I honestly can't remember. But I will have to follow up on that next week. But so it did have sequels. Children of the
Yeah, did you look at the ratings on those? They're all like 6 out of 10s and below. Like 6 out of 10 is like the top, and most of them are like 14 out of 100. Or
so my guess is this is something where they have the property and they're like, okay, what can we do now?
it's like Amityville.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
Amity-
easy to do. All you need is a bunch of people out in the corn.
yeah.
I mean, they have plenty of unused Western sets.
I mean, it took
easy.
9 years before the next sequel came, which was Children of the Corn 2: The Final Sacrifice. Then 2 years later, in '95, it had Children of the Corn 3: The Urban Harvest. 1996, Children of the Corn 4: The Gathering. 1998, Children of the Corn 5: Fields of
Children
Terror.
of the Five.
And the Partridge in the Pear Tree.
Corn.
1999, it was Children of the Corn 666: Isaac's Return. I wonder if it was the original Isaac.
It was.
It was,
yeah.
Same goddamn
So-
crazy fucking face.
Yeah, I think he also played Cousin It in the Addams Family movie.
Really?
Yeah, I think I remember saying that somewhere.
So then it's kind of quiet for 10 years, and we get Children of the Corn, the remake. Then we have Children of the Corn Revelation in 2011 and Children of the Corn Genesis in 2011. And then 7 years later, we get Children of the Corn Runaway. And in 2020, Children of the Corn, a reboot. I don't know if I've seen any of these, except for maybe the remake. But I think I'm going to have to go back and watch them just to see what else they can fuck it up.
Have fun. No thanks.
Yeah, just reading the reviews online, they've messed it up pretty good.
Well,
Cash grab, definitely.
Yeah. Look at it. I mean, 93, that's about the time where, they've really hit their stride with all those sequels and they're really pushing all that shit.
yeah.
So, I mean,
But I mean, by 93,
carried
we
right
had
through the 90s.
a few Friday the 13th, a few Texas Chainsaws, a few
And then they started to go
Nightmares.
back and say, hey, where else can we make a few bucks? Hey, we haven't touched this one yet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right.
And that may have been a not great time for Stephen King, and he may have needed money. He may have said,
Yeah.
okay.
Children of
I
the
think
Corn.
he was
that's
over his
39.
habit by then.
Do you think we'll see more Children of the Corn movies in the future?
Yeah.
Yeah. They will milk that teat till it's fucking dust.
Mhm. Yep.
All right. Do we recommend this movie, Billy?
Yeah. Yeah, it's okay.
Justin?
Worth a watch at least once.
It's pretty good. If you've read the books, it's definitely worth a watch. And
Yeah.
a story.
Yes, I recommend it. It's cult classic. It's one of those movies that, like, you know,
Yeah, you gotta watch
everybody
it once.
knows. Yeah. Everybody knows what it is. All right, Justin.
Well, what's your rating?
I gave it 3.5.
Out of 5?
Yes.
Okay, so it's out of 5. I'd say
Way to
That's
act like you've listened before, Billy.
Yeah, no shit.
I'm a busy man. I say
You
3
watched
out
like
of 5.
12 fucking movies this week.
Yeah, because I'm busy.
All right, what was your rating? Billy?
I said 3 out of 5.
Okay, we didn't hear you.
Look, he re-asked because he was laughing.
Yeah.
It's hard to hear over his goddamn laugh. I'm gonna go. I think I'll go 3 out of 5 too. It's
That's a solid average.
pretty good. It's
Yeah.
not great. IMDb went 5.6 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes 39% out of 100. Letterboxd 2.7 out of 5. Well, it is what it is. Next week we will be covering the 40th anniversary of turning it all the way up to 11. With This Is Spinal Tap, starring Rob Reiner, Christopher Guest, and Fran Drescher, as well as celebrating our 100th episode.
Yay, 100. We're finally here. That means episode 101. It's a complete reboot. Fuck this shit. Going. Yep. So next week, 100. We're gonna do a little celebrating. I'm still waiting to hear if our special guest next week is going to join us, but it doesn't seem too positive right now. So, but Billy, thanks for joining us. You are welcome back anytime.
I would love to come back. I had a great time today, guys.
Well, if you want to join us next week, we might have another guest.
All right, maybe I will.
Okay, let me know.
I'll let you know. All right.
Well, that's a wrap, folks. Thanks for joining us today.
Before we go, find us on iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and most places you listen to your podcast, like wherever you figured out to find this one that you're listening to right now.
And don't forget to follow us on social media and stay up to date on future episodes and join the conversation. You can find us on Twitter/X at the Movie Bar Pod, and Instagram at the Movie Bar Podcast, and on YouTube and TikTok at the Movie Bar Pod and the Movie Bar Podcast on Facebook. Billy, do you follow us on any of those?
Well, I don't actually have most of those. I close my Twitter, Facebook, probably YouTube. I am subscribed on YouTube. I know that.
Okay. You're one of the 7. Okay, great.
Yes.
But tag us, share your favorite movie moments, and suggest films you'd love for us to cover next.
3 out of the 7 are sitting in this little video chat.
Actually, I have like 4 accounts, and Hunter and
great, all 7 are sitting there.
no, we're actually
Have
pretty
a
good.
film
On...
suggestion?
Yeah, sorry,
Or just
HA
want
uses
to-
my account, so.
Have a film suggestion, or just want to say, hola! Drop us an email at themoviebar@outlook.com. And try and send us a picture of what you thought John's face looked like when I said that.
Until next time, keep the popcorn popping and the reels rolling, and we will catch you next week on the Feature Presentation Podcast presented by The Movie Bar. Episode 100!
Hey!